So here we're going to look at how we can set an assignment. So we'll, up the top, where all our other tabs are, we looked at our class notebook, we've got assignments. And so any that we've set before will appear, but we haven't, so we're going to get started. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go down to the bottom, and we're going to click Create. And we want an assignment. So up to Assignment, click there. So when there's some work that we want the learners to do, a really good way of getting it to them is through this Assignments feature. So we can give it a title, just call it Test. So it doesn't matter, you just call it whatever your work actually is. And you can enter some instructions as well. So if you've got a link to a website, if you've got some specific things you want them to do, maybe you only want them to do question 1, and you can add some resources as well. So you can link in other things, you can link in bits from your notebook, you can even upload your files from the computer. You might want to give it some points, you might want to give it a mark, so we'll give it out of 10, and then you can change the when it's due down the bottom. Once you're happy, you click Assign, and it'll appear there provisionally, and it tends to update every minute or so. Okay, once it's assigned, you'll see a little notification, and it will post in the chat, right? So they can't miss it. You go back and click on Assignments. From what you can see, it'll give you details about all of the kids, and so there's a status. It'll tell you when they've handed it in, when they've viewed it, if they've done it, all those kind of things. There's an option here at the side where you can input some feedback based on what they've done, or because we gave it a mark, you can give them an actual score out of 10. Alright. So the more assignments you do, the more they'll appear. Instead, what you might want to do is you might want to set a quiz instead. And the quiz will link to all of the things you've done on forums. Alright, so if you've made a quiz on forums, this is where it will appear. Okay, and so all the things that we've made, all the things that I've made appear here. So we might pick trigonometry, for example. You click Next, and it'll automatically link that in. So it's already given it a title, it's already made the form's name, and so it will make a copy of it. So there'll be one made specifically just for my group. So again, thanks Space Geeks for helping us here. And it'll already mark it. It already knows that this thing is out of 24 points. So all I have to do is click Assign. Right? So as long as I'm happy with the due date that it gives it, I can just bash right on and post it up. Okay, again, we can see the little notification down the bottom. That's it posted in the Teams chat. So I press refresh up the top. I can click on it and I get the same things as before. I can give them some feedback, but now I've just got 2 dotted lines. I can't input a number here because what will happen is the forms will automatically mark it based on their answers. Okay, it's a multiple choice forms, so they'll get the marks instantly when they have done it. Okay, what else we might want to do is we might not want the assignment to post straight away. Okay, we might want to look to schedule some work. So again, we can give it a title, it's called Test 2. It says being very creative this afternoon, and there's some options. So we can change when it's due for a start. So we can always change when it's due. Let's get with an arbitrary date. If you've set up a Teams with more than one channel, you can change where it posts. It defaults to just the general channel, and we normally just want to leave it there. But here, there's another edit button. So down where it says due date, we can change that. And so if we tick the first box, schedule to assign in the future, we can decide when we want this assignment to post onto the Teams page rather than just straight away. Okay, if we want, we can even set a close date, and so that once it hits that certain point down the bottom, the kids can no longer return their assignment. Alright, so if we want to schedule it for Monday, we can set 9 o'clock. We might be happy for it to be due Friday. I don't want to close it. I want them to still be able to submit it even if they're late. Click Done, and now up the top it's changed from Assign to Schedule. Okay, so if you click on Schedule, what it will do is it will appear on your list, but will not be available for the young people yet until it hits that time you asked it to post.